There were so many awful decisions being made in that Arsenal vs Brighton game. So many things we can speak about. So many things that I want to get people's opinions on, because I'm sure there will be some difference of opinion. There always is when there's a controversial topic. I want to speak on it. Before we get into it though, just very quickly, do me a favour. Hit like on this video. So, of course, the main talking point from this game will be that Declan Rice sending off. Let me know your guys' thoughts on it. I want to know where everybody stands on this. I genuinely do. Because like I said, I think there will be a difference of opinion even in the Arsenal fan base. I'm seeing some people say this is the worst decision they've ever seen. And I'm seeing some people say, I kind of understand why it's happened. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about that Declan Rice red card? Look, my initial thoughts is... Look, it's a bit of a boring answer, but I can see it both ways. First of all, though, I just want to say, like, it is a bad decision to send him off from the ref. Like, in so many ways, that shouldn't have been a red card. Like, not only, okay, Declan Rice give away the free kick, that's fine. The player literally throws it into Declan Rice. So Declan Rice is within his rights to just stand there. The ball was moving, so the free kick would have been ineligible anyway. Like, it would have been an illegal free kick. It wouldn't have been able to stand. The ball was still moving when the guy was about to kick it. Declan Rice touches it the tiniest amount to move it to the side. The guy just wanted to kick Declan Rice. Go back and watch it. The ball was still moving. Declan Rice touches it a little bit. It was about 2 meters in front of where it should have been. The guy just wanted to kick Declan Rice. He wasn't trying to pass it to anyone. He didn't look up to see where his teammates were and then think, do you know what, I want to find that guy and then play the pass. He just wanted to kick Rice. And the fact he can send Declan Rice off for that is so, so frustrating. If you want me to look at it from the other side of the argument, then fine. Declan Rice probably shouldn't have kicked it, but he still shouldn't have been sent off. Fine. Okay, if you're saying that's a yellow card, then that's a yellow card. But why wasn't it a yellow card in the first half when I think it was Pedro kicked the ball about 30 yards? Why wasn't it a first... Like, there's so many scenarios in that game where the same action could have been applied, where they could have booked him for kicking the ball away. So many times, but he only wants to do it to Declan Rice in that one moment. Be consistent. That's all football fans in general want, is consistency. Why are we not seeing it played out in games? Why are we seeing one action being penalised and the other action for exactly the same thing, if not worse, being let to get away? They get away with it. I can't even speak. I'm that frustrated. It's just so annoying. That was a game we had to win. Of course, it's a difficult game. All in all, at the end of the day, a point against Brighton with 10 men. Is it the worst result in the world? No. But we needed a win. Look at the next 2 games we've got. We got Brighton, we got Tottenham away, then we got Man City away. I would have looked at this Brighton game and said we need to win this one before we go into those games. Now, there are some good things to take from this game. There's also quite a few bad things that I want to speak about as well. I'm just going to give you the way I look at a game. Like, I make notes and I'm going to run through the notes. So it will be in order. I'm going to tell you some of the points that I made. So first of all, the game started and all I've got is Saka was cooking. Like, that 19-year-old left-back, Saka had him on toast. The amount of times he was able to go past him, like, we probably deserved a goal. Saka was so sharp early on in this game that I was loving it. Like, that trick in particular where he done a little back flick behind himself. Like, that the left-back didn't know how to deal with Saka. You saw that because we was utilising Saka so much. Every time it seemed like Arsenal get the ball, they wanted to play it down that right-hand side because they know, these players understand, Saka has the beating of his man. So I was very impressed with Saka early on. After that, I've got down the Odegaard chance. I think he should have done better. Was he surprised that the ball come over that well in the end? Maybe, but I think you need to be ready to strike that. I think he kind of just touched it in the end when maybe it needed a bit more of a firm kick in. Look, the spread play from Ben White to see Trossard out on that left wing, that was brilliant. That was like a central midfielder's pass. Spreaded it about 40-50 yards. Spread play. Trossard whips it in. Very nice ball in by Trossard as well. And yeah, I just think Odegaard in that moment maybe should have done slightly better. Next, I've got Partey had a good first half. It seemed to me Partey was sharp. He was winning his battles. I think I only remember him misplacing one pass in that the whole first half. I think he was very, very good. I think going into this game, there was a bit of a discussion out there of people saying, I don't really want Partey in this game. He looked a bit suspect in the past couple of games. And this is what you can see from Partey. Like when you give him a run of games and he has the ability to get some fitness under him, you do see a good player. And I think we definitely saw that in parts of that first half. So Partey, very impressed. Next, I've got Havertz's finishing. Like Havertz's play in general, I felt early on in this game was pretty poor. Like, I don't want to dig him out. I don't want to make this a Havertz hate along, because that's not what this is. I was just making notes, and I noticed more than other players that Havertz was a bit off. Like, his touches wasn't very good. His close control wasn't very good. Still making some fairly decent runs, but I just think Havertz maybe struggled in areas. But then you get the Havertz goal, and sometimes that's what happens. A player can be playing bad, or Havertz specifically, he can be playing bad, but then he comes up with a goal, and then all is forgotten, and it was a well-taken goal. Saka again with another assist. Saka is improving year on year on year. We're seeing it with his numbers every year. The upward trajectory for Saka is improvement year upon year, and I think we're going to see the same again. Another goal involvement for Bukayo Saka, and that finish from Havertz was clinical. To get it over the keeper and then get it down again in time before it hits the crossbar, very, very good. So it almost would seem like Havertz has redeemed himself. But then we get that Declan Rice moment. Declan Rice gets sent off. Like I said, I've given my opinion on it. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. It was just so, like, at the time, I got to say, I was way more angry with the decision than I am now. You know what happened? Like, it was over an hour ago now, so you kind of calm down a little bit, but I just don't think Declan Rice should have been sent off, and I'm caught in two minds with frustration. I'm even more frustrated because I kind of am thinking, Declan, maybe you shouldn't have done that. Again, I still don't think he should have been sent off. There's so many reasons, in fact, why he shouldn't have been sent off. Like the fact the ball was still moving, like it was the free kick, it couldn't have stood anyway. It was a moving ball. So why does it matter if he got in? Like, it's just so frustrating to me. And then after that, we get the Brighton goal. And after that, it's just panic stations. Could Gabriel have done better for the Brighton goal? I want you guys to let me know. When I saw that Pedro goal, at first it looked like, maybe Gabriel could have done a bit better there. After seeing, like, zoomed in, I'm not sure he could have actually got across the Brighton player without committing the foul there. So maybe that would be a bit harsh to leave that on Gabriel. But I don't know. My initial thought was perhaps Gabriel could have done better in that moment. Let me know your guys' thoughts. And then after that, it saw out a frustrating afternoon, because it seemed, well, it didn't seem 100% Mikel Arteta was committed to the draw. Like, there were many moments in that last 10 minutes where Mikel Arteta was telling them, slow down, calm down. And he was doing this, stay compact, stay tight, stay deep. Like, he wanted the draw. It was so obvious. When you got David Raya late in the game getting booked for time wasting and it's 1-1, that tells you everything you need to know, because the instruction always comes from the manager. Like, you were seeing Arsenal taking ages with a throw-in. I think Ben White had a throw-in where it took like 37 seconds. So Arsenal were committed to the draw. And for me, now who am I? I'm just a guy who talks about football on YouTube. I understand that, but I'm allowed an opinion the same as you guys are. Arsenal should have attacked that game late on. We should have gone for it. Could we have left ourselves open? Again, maybe. Like, Arteta's more intelligent than me when it comes to football, so maybe he made the right decision. But for me, I would have gone for that game. Like, I would have tried to have got the win. I think that was an important game that we had to win. Like I said, at the end of the day, a 1-1 draw against Brighton with 10 men isn't the worst result in the world. Brighton were top of the table. They won both their previous games. I understand it's a good team. But for me, I would have liked to see Arsenal maybe go for it slightly more. There was one action where Arsenal had players committed, like the ball was up with their goalkeeper, and Martinelli looks to go forward, like to kind of create a pressing shape, and he looks over to Arteta, and then he turns around and sprints backwards. So the instruction was, we need to get back. We had a back five. We was very defensive, and I think that's what is leaving Arsenal fans even more frustrated, is the fact we didn't go for the game in the last 10 minutes. The fact that Declan Rice got sent off when he shouldn't have. And that wasn't the only bad decision from the ref. Like, I don't think he had a great game. And I'm not the kind of person to sit here and say, oh my God, I hate the refs. Everything is the ref's fault. But you are allowed to be subjective and say, I don't think this guy had a good performance. Like I'm saying it with some of the Arsenal players. I think some of the Arsenal players had a very good performance. I'm looking at William Saliba. Like I said, Partey in the first half. Trossard, I think he struggled. I think we do see the best of Trossard when he comes off as a sub. Maybe that is slightly harsh to Trossard because I'm sure he wants to start. But for me, I play him as a sub in the next game. I did say before this game, I would like to see Trossard start because I think he earned it. He started the game and he didn't impress me enough. We've obviously got Sterling to come in. I'm probably going to speak about that in another video because I haven't actually done a dedicated video on the Sterling transfer, and I wanted to go into it in a bit more information, give you my thoughts, break it down, a bit more, and I don't want it to get lost in this video. So look out for that one for sure. All in all, I'm feeling frustrated right now. Like I said, good point perhaps, but I would have liked to see Arsenal go for it a bit more. I think there was decisions or actions in that game from both sides. Like I said, there was more than one action that frustrated me. The Declan Rice kick, he shouldn't have done it. The referee definitely shouldn't have sent him off. And that's why I think there was actions that are going to leave people feeling frustrated. And like I said, I just want to get everyone else's opinions on it because it could just be me feeling a certain way. I'm sure there's difference of opinions. Like I said, I've already seen it on social media with some people feeling that it was deserved and some people saying it's the worst decision they've ever seen. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Let me know in the comment section. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, like I said, just do me a favor. Hit like on this video. Just like it and subscribe. And I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.